Did you ever think it would come down to this?
No, I actually never thought I would wear one of these things in my life.
As a Dolphin fan?
In my life. And we've gone through some pretty bad years. All right. Welcome back. Tranquilo Sports Talk. And you don't know who's who because we stink, all right? We are officially in our paper bag fan era, all right?
Bad. It's bad.
We've had enough. We've had enough with this team. We've had enough with this franchise. And we are wearing paper bags to symbolize just that.
Did you ever think it would come down to this?
No, I actually never thought I would wear one of these things in my life.
As a Dolphin fan?
In my life. And we've gone through some pretty bad years. I've witnessed a 1-in-15 season. But there's something about this season with all the noise and all the we'll get touch into some of the media comments post games. It just seems like it's one. It's definitely the end of this, but two, it just really, really sucks. It's like Fin fans, we feel you. We are in a bad place right now, and that's us, Poochie. What are your thoughts?
I think the sadness of all this, it's not so much that we're losing, it's like we always lose in the most the most depressing way possible. It's just we always lose these games where we have a lead and then we make guys look like superstars. Every time a running back plays us, a backup decides to have a career game, Rico Dowdle, then this time it was Vidal.
Bro, by the way, I picked up the wrong running back.
I picked up Haskins,
I had
too.
Haskins, dude. I spent a bunch of $5 on that, and instead I've got Haskins sitting on my lineup with 3 points.
And, it's just, at this point, man, it's it's time to boycott. It really is time to just boycott because, right now, man, no one's, we have flashes of goodness and then it just collapses every single time. We build a nice good concrete foundation, but then we try putting up the beams and it just falls.
Yeah.
It's just so bad right now, dude. And
it's
the way we
a
lost
core.
yesterday.
We have a rotten core, Pooch. This team has a rotten core. We are cursed. We built this stadium on Indian burial grounds. We have a GM who has been around this franchise for 20 plus years and hasn't won a playoff game and is still our GM. This team needs a refresh. First off, immediately, but it just also sucks because, and I'll touch upon it a little bit last week. It's do we really, now we have to enter the rebuild mode. We don't know how long that's going to take. We still have Tua, a bunch of money guaranteed. We have Reek, a bunch of money guaranteed. We have Chubb, we got to pay a ton of money. So now we just got to go through the process of getting rid of some of these guys, right? And this GM is going to do it right now because he's, he's got to know his time's up. Who knows? I swear to God, if this guy's still here next year, then I don't know. But
I think that's what people don't realize, that you can complain about players and everything, and you can complain about performance for some of these guys. But the guy making the decisions and putting players on the field is the GM. And he's been our GM for the better part of a decade, maybe even longer than that. So it's this is a team he's put out. You already look how many failed draft picks, and we're not talking about 5th, 6th. We're talking about 2nd, 3rd rounders that are supposed to be guys that can come in and we haven't hit. We just cut Cam Smith, a 2nd rounder. You shouldn't be cutting a 2nd rounder before their rookie contract is up. It's we've missed time and time and again. And at this point, I got into an argument with my father of all people, and I'm why am I going to get stressed when the people that are in charge of the team aren't stressed about it either? We're okay. Yeah. It just seems we're okay. If we finish the season some way, almost 500, we're success. Yeah. And I'm dude, at what point are we going to take the next step? And I just feel the temperament of the whole team is they don't care. It really just feels they don't really care about the product they put on the field. And it's the same mistakes we've seen for the last 3 years of this era. I love Devon Achane. He's my boy. He's the best player on the Dolphins right now. But coño, 3rd and 1, we're still not. Why did you draft a 6'2", 240-pound running back if you're not going to give him the ball in the goal line? 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s, 2nd and 2s. Coño, give it to the guy, bro. Don't put Devon Achane. Yes, he can run between the tackles time and time again, but that's not his game. Yeah. You have a between the tackles runners and you don't use him. You sign Nick Westbrook-Hine to just ride the bench.
Dude, he
You
does
have Darren
nothing.
Waller, who's right now your best receiver on the team, and even he's like isn't in some packages. It's like, dude, that guy is probably the best weapon you have right now.
Yeah.
And then our O-line, bro, Lopode, dude, like we love signing names of guys that are injury riddled and like it's seeing it right now, dude.
Yeah.
We get a clean pocket every now and then, but dude, it's tough being a quarterback,
No.
and you know
Dude,
that
this
like
thing's-
you don't know whether or not you're gonna have 2 seconds at the door, you're gonna have a clean pocket.
I'm done. First off, two things. One, I was trying to put this hat on because I realized I'm wearing an FIU shirt, and these bags are for the Miami Dolphins. Okay, these bags are not for FIU. Okay, we'll get to FIU later.
No, I think people know. I think they know. Because it says fins down.
Yeah. And then secondly, I'm done making excuses for anybody on this team. Tua needs to get out of here. The GM out of here. Mike out of here. Like, it's a fool. We need top to bottom cleaning out. Like, this is everyone's got to go. Nobody's safe. Trade Chubb. Get rid of Reek. Honestly, if anyone will take freaking Waddle, get rid of him too. I want everybody out. I want to have nobody on this team and rebuild from the ashes. I want nobody left. I can't even talk in this damn fox head. I don't know how people do this. My nose is coming out of my eye hole. All right?
I can't see shit out this thing.
Oh, man.
It's dark,
it's
bro.
hard to talk. And, we don't want to harp too much on this game because, listen, it's the same story every time, right? We have the opportunity to win. We have Jalen Phillips. Get him out of here, too, by the way. We have Herbert, in the grasp of a sack, which they probably would have had to use their last time out, and it would have been much harder to get into that field goal range. We blow that, obviously, leads to a field goal, we lose, and we are truly, what makes this worse, and I was talking to my brother about it yesterday, what makes this whole thing worse is that we are probably about 3 to 4 plays away from being 4-2 and in the playoffs. I know you can't think of like that but it's so blatant. Like, you get that sack, and your chances of winning go up, I don't know, maybe to 90%.
In a lot of these games, we're a play away from winning, but the good teams make those plays.
Of course, that's why. We're a terrible team.
A good team gets the sack. Like, look, bro, I understand Justin Herbert's not a tiny dude. He's dating Madison Beer. I know he has superpowers right now. But fuck's sake, Jalen. Fuck's sake, Papa. You're not a tiny dude either, bro. You're 6'6". You're 200. Bring him down. Don't let him make a throw. And then Coño Epore out there on the boundary. Dude, you have an open field tackle. You gotta make him at least trip him.
No, it's terrible.
Get a penalty. Don't let him take off for 50 yards.
Vlad had him on skates.
Oh my God, dude! We lose in the most catastrophic ways.
We do,
and Herbert wasn't even playing that good, dude.
No,
we let him.
Honestly, you know what's funny is that as bad as our defense is, and it's bad. I mean, we are holding him to field goals the entire game.
We came back. We were down 13. We made a couple stops. We took the lead.
Game, yeah.
We had the lead with 44 seconds left, Dave. And then it doesn't help that they got a great kick return off the top.
That too.
And then, Coño, bro, you have him. First off, you got him the first time. Then you got him the second time. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a repeat of 2023 where we iced the game on sacks.
Yeah.
And then, bro, we just missed.
I know.
That's just character, bro. Like, how do you miss that sack?
Yeah.
How do you not get the sack in that moment?
And it looks like he almost let up too. Like, you're just like, oh.
And I understand there's so many rules and things, but don't go up, bro. Don't let him get the throw off.
I would honestly, obviously hindsight 2020, but I would have rather a roughing the passer of him landing on him than a freaking 50-yard pass.
At least they're not in field goal range.
Yeah. Yeah. But
it's tough,
listen,
bro.
Enough about this game. We're still gonna talk to Dolphins a bit because we have to talk about the Tua post-conference, post-presser that is going viral right now. Everyone's talking about it. Every ex-NFL player has a take on it. I'll give you mine real quick because I think it was really stupid of him to say, and it's something that you don't air publicly. McCourty said it the best last night on Sunday Night Football. He said, if you have a problem like that, right? One, you are the leader on this team, right? You're the quarterback, you're the captain. Like, if you're hosting these player-only meetings, call somebody out in the locker room. Approach them in the locker room. We don't know if Tua's done that or not, but to come out after the game and start tossing out
blame,
he took listen. Here's one thing. He took accountability for his 3 picks in the game for sure, but throwing blame about people not showing up to meetings on time, you are the captain.
Yeah.
You are. If you're running that meeting, get on somebody's ass to be there, dude. don't go to the media and talk, because all it does is add more noise and more noise. And if he hasn't lost the locker room, he probably just did. Like that, like he's had 3 back-to-back weeks of just terrible quotes in press conferences, and somebody just needs to stop letting him talk. Like, he needs to not be allowed to talk post-game. I swear to God. It just adds another level of unnecessary noise to this franchise, to franchise doesn't need. But, you know, at the same time, now that I say that out loud, maybe that is what we need. Maybe this is going to help us reset everything that we're so bad, and there's so much negative attention that it could be a good thing. But nonetheless, as a player, like, you should not be going to the media and a captain and a quarterback and blaming and you know throwing blame on people publicly about not going to meetings on time. Yes, should you be mad about that? Of course. But go address that to that person or do it in the locker room. Now, again, we don't know if he did that already, right? Like, and this is just like him, like, screw this, nobody wants to listen to me. All right, I'm going to air everyone's dirty laundry. He didn't mention any names or anything, right? But, you know, it could be a sign of him just fed up. But, like, still, even if you are, like, it's just a bad look on the organization. It's a bad look on him. It's a bad look on McDaniel. It's a bad look on everybody. So, like, for that, it's like, was it worth it? No.
I think it's a combination of frustration and just, like, overall just, I mean, for all we know, man, those guys must be sick of the situation too, knowing that, like, in every single, like, most of these games, like, they have a chance to win. Like, we had a chance to beat Buffalo. We had a chance to beat, you know, the only game that was really out of reach was the Colts game. Every other game was, I mean, we're a play away. I mean, against the Patriots, you know, we had the lead. We took the lead, and then we just allow a kick return right afterwards. Against the Panthers, who now the Panthers are for some reason are rolling. I guess it's just something about.
No, the Panthers are not rolling. They're beating up on shitty teams like the Cowboys and us. The Cowboys are.
Well, they didn't beat up on us. We had a lead. We had a good lead on them.
That's how bad we are, and that's how bad the Cowboys are. We're actually might be the same team. So just had to get that in there.
And then this game, right? You go down in the fourth, you make a comeback, you take the lead with 44 seconds. It's like, look, yeah, the offense was doing great. We had the lead at halftime. We take a step back, but we get ourselves back in the game. Defense, bro, like, just hold your ground a little bit, bro. Don't. And there's so many games like that against these teams that are higher caliber teams that we just kill ourselves. We shoot ourselves, and that's against who was it? Against the Bills, it was the roughing the punter, was it?
Roughing the punter.
The roughing the punter game.
It was roughing the punter in Bills and Colts, and this game was field goal.
And then this game was a field goal,
so it's like center, like roughing the
so I think it's just a frustration amongst the team that it's like, bro, like we're making we're making these mistakes, and our season could be completely different. Yeah, maybe Tua's not having the best year, but if he's 4-2, people wouldn't give that much of a crap about it. It's like, you know what? He's not playing great, but, you know, at least they're still winning. You know, he's getting them back into games, and they're winning. But obviously, you look at the flip side, what is it now? 1-5?
1-5.
1-5, and then obviously everything else is going to come out. So, I mean, especially losing with the players that you have, which obviously you're supposed to be having talent. Yeah. There's a level of frustration. So I think it's just frustration. And look, I don't agree with airing out the dirty laundry by any means. I think that's something that has to be done in the locker room, man to man. Like, if you got to go swinging, go swinging.
Yeah.
But don't do it on the air. But like I said, man, like, the frustration catches up to you, bro. And, like, you know, and it's, you know, for Tua more than anything, it's been a career long of just people harping on everything. So I think he's fed up. I think he wants a fresh start just as much as everyone else does.
And we should give it to him. Let's give him a fresh start elsewhere. Let's give him to whoever wants him. I don't know who's going to take that contract, though. Probably nobody. And yeah, so we're just going to have to eat that contract for sure. And then we're going to fire Mike and fire Greer, and we start the rebuild.
But like I said, there's nothing will be fixed until we fire the people from the top down.
Oh,
we talk all about the personnel.
Greer needs to be the first one gone.
If Greer, listen, people are going to get mad at me, but if you bring an actual GM that can actually build a winning team and then just sign players that are good names but injured, like, I still think you can win with Tua.
No.
I think you can, dude.
No.
I think
the Tua experiment is over. The Tua experiment is over.
But I'm saying, it's like, over. I always say this. We say the Tua experiment is over, but what is the alternative?
Draft. We got to draft somebody. Bring Fernando Mendoza, Belen legend. Bring Fernando Mendoza.
Don't claim he's a Columbus explorer.
It's too late.
He's a Columbus explorer.
I claimed him first.
He's a Columbus explorer.
I claimed him. Fernando Mendoza is going to bring that jam back to Miami, baby. We need him. Yeah, that's how you start right there. Fernando Mendoza. I'll take Fernando Mendoza right now over Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know how you're turning your head in this thing, dude. I cannot turn my head in here. Anyway, I think that's enough Dolphins talk for today, Poochie. The one good thing, and there's one good thing that's going to let us forget about the Miami Dolphins. Let me get this damn thing off my head. It is officially, officially October, all right? And you know what October means, right? It's the greatest.
Is it Halloween?
The greatest thing in sports happens in October. Pooch, you know what that is?
Is it C-USA-tober?
Pooch, we're going to do that again. I'm going to throw that to you, and you're going to say, like, October baseball. And then I'm going to answer with C-USA-tober.
Okay,
ready?
We'll rewind.
Rewind it, ready? Poochie, do you know what's the greatest thing in sports that happens in October?
Is it playoff baseball?
No, you silly goose. It's C-USA-tober, baby! We kick it off tonight. Yes, might have started last week, but FIU kicks it off tonight. Tonight when you're watching FIU at Western Kentucky, the top dogs in the conference. We are some hungry dogs on the road, baby. I don't even know what the line is. We're definitely over a touchdown. But FIU, weekday games, C-USA-tober, Pooch, the greatest sporting event mankind has ever seen. It is the greatest. The weekday, Tuesday, Wednesday night games, the greatest things to happen to college football since maybe the forward pass, all right? C-USA-tober.
Damn.
Starts tonight. FIU tonight. FIU money line, take it now. All right, that was my promo.
There we go. There we go, dude. I felt like I thought Dave Bautista was gonna come out of the bathroom right now with that kind of promo. No, I mean, look, bro. I mean, that's a great kind of segue into college football and everything that's happening. I mean, I think right now the biggest headline in college football is obviously James Franklin finally getting released by Penn State after losing to Northwestern, and then the game before they lost to UCLA,
and then obviously Oregon.
And they lost to Oregon. Obviously, Oregon was a close game. You kind of take down the chin. Obviously, it was a close game, went to overtime, competitive. You get smoked by UCLA, who's on a roll right now.
Well, it's that the thing is, the bigger thing is that they were 20-something point favorites in both games.
Yeah, I mean, UCLA
and UCLA.
UCLA they fired their whole coaching staff.
Yeah.
4 weeks in, they had a guy that never worn a headset come in and call plays and win a game, and and not just win a game. I mean, they boat raced them for the most part. Obviously, their offense still put up points, and then obviously you lose Drew Allar for the season, and you lose a game against Northwestern.
And even that, like the Drew, because I was watching the game, it happened at the end of the game, like the last possession. So
I mean, obviously the James Franklin experiment. I think the biggest knock on him is he couldn't win the big game.
Yeah.
They always started off the year very highly ranked. They're always very in the top of discussions. And then, you lose these kind of games. And I mean, for a team with as much talent as Penn State and, the people they put out in the last couple of years, I mean, I guess it's not a forgivable thing to do. Like, it's not, you got to win.
Here's the thing with Franklin, right? Franklin's a program builder, and he built Penn State back up. He did. Franklin did a great job in getting Penn State back into the limelight, because they obviously post the Joe Paul Sandusky stuff. They went on a huge tear that they were not very good. He takes over. He brings them back. Obviously, brings in like the Saquons and the Micahs. One of the best recruiters in the country was James Franklin, and he won them a Big Ten championship in his time. Right? He did beat Ohio State. At Penn State. He's beating Michigan, right, early on. As of late, he had built the program up to a point. Now they were highly ranked every year and things like that. And then that's when it, really the last, I don't know, say maybe 5 to 10, not 10 years, 5, 7 years is when that stigma specifically started building, because he would then beat everybody except Ohio State, Michigan, right? When Harbaugh was there and stuff. And then this is the year. I mean, then last year takes Penn State to the semifinals of the of the college football playoffs. Was really almost a play away from essentially Drew Allar throws that pick, but they had a lead in that game. They should have won that game, to be honest, and he'd be playing for a national championship. So he goes into this year with the best team he's ever had. Most of those guys come back. You're the number 2 team in the nation, and 5 weeks later, you're on a 3-game losing streak and out of a job. That's one of the craziest turn of events I've actually ever seen in college football. Like, that is a huge, huge fall from grace. And I know, obviously, people dog on Franklin. Like, Franklin has had a ton of wins at Penn State. It's just he couldn't do it after that Big Ten championship he won. Just couldn't get over the hurdle. And at the end of the day, that's what cost him. And you can't, when you have the number 2 team in the nation and you're losing to Northwestern, a 0-win UCLA team, the time was coming. The writing was on the wall, and he's going to be highly recruited, by the way. Like, people are going to want Franklin at their school for sure. But his time at Penn State just, it ran out. My buddy Pola, not Lucas, his brother hates James Franklin. So this is for him. This is a holiday.
Yeah.
But yeah, his time. They're going to enter a rebuild too. So now you can rebuild in college faster. They're going to need some big money coming in. But I mean, his buyout was $45 million. So
Yeah.
I read some report that Adidas paid it off or something like that, like something crazy like that.
I mean, dude, it's tough when you have to move on from a coach that's been there for so long, a 10-year head coach. But I mean, sometimes it just
it was the right thing.
You gotta make a move. It
was the right thing.
When you like you said, you talk about the talent that they had this year. Obviously, they had a quarterback that was favored to be a number 1 pick going into the season, a guy that was a Heisman contender, and you lose these kind of games, right? You can lose against the Oregons, you can lose against the Ohio States. Obviously, not get boat race, but if you're within a play, 3 points, 1 score, you're like, damn, bro, like it sucks. But I mean, they're who they are, and that game could have gone either way. But then you go and you lose to a UCLA who had fired their whole head coach. You lose to or Northwestern. It's like, come on, dude. Like, what are we doing?
It was due. It was time for him to go, and yeah, it just definitely was faster than many thought would happen. I mean, of course, him going into the season as the second favorite to win the national championship. So, but yeah, and then other big news, like we mentioned, Fernando Mendoza, future Finn, Balloon legend. He got the job done in Oregon.
He got the job done, man. Listen, dude, what a career that kid has had.
Yeah.
Being a 2-star recruit coming out of high school. Before Cal, his only offer was Yale. Cal offered him at the buzzer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an amazing career he's had. I mean, we had him on the pod. He was on the pod when he saw that Cal.
Go watch that episode too, by the way. We're going to link that up here somewhere. Go watch that one too.
One of the most, like, when you talk about, like, a character guy, like, he is just the most humble person. He loves football. He's a student of the game. And, there's no one that's really more deserving of him, man. I'm definitely rooting for him. I mean, I commented under the post that he posted about him, talking about the game. Why not have a UM Indiana natty, bro? I mean, right now,
Indiana's going to smoke you.
They look really good, dude. And credit to them, man. And credit to that team, bro.
Baby.
Indiana was a basketball school, and then this guy last year goes on and gets 10 wins, comes in this year, beats Oregon on the road.
Crazy.
And, man, Mendoza throws a pick 6 and then comes back and throws a game-winning touchdown.
So that I'm glad you brought that up, because that showed me something of, like,
that's how you show you're a winner. That's how you show.
You show you're a winner, and you got a short-term memory loss. You just threw a pick 6 in probably one of the worst spots that you can throw a pick
to tie
6.
the game. That was you already had a lead. You tied the game.
You just blew the lead by throwing that pick 6, and you come down and have a big boy drive and cap it off with a touchdown that pretty much ends it after the next turnover. But that drive alone, like, proved to me that this guy's got the it factor. And shout out to Mendoza. That was an awesome game. And Indiana, that's an awesome story. Kurt Signetti, I was going to say top something coach. Just going to say legend, all right? Because that guy, he's killing it. And I hope they make a run at it. So it'd be sick.
Yeah, I think there's a lot. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a surprise that they won, but they definitely weren't expected to win.
It was a surprise for me.
I thought they were going to win just because they were riding high. They've been playing really good.
Yeah.
And, Oregon, I mean, their best win was against a Penn State. They went to overtime. Not knocking on them, but, I mean, that game, they almost lost that game and after having an early lead. So I'm not surprised, man. And, Indiana, they've been building this team. I mean, they have a team that's very, a lot of seasoned veterans on there. They don't have guys that stay there for 3 years. They have guys that have been through the program. They brought guys in. They brought help. Obviously, you bring in Mendoza. You take a chance on him after Cal. Obviously, you see the promise, and it's paying out amazing for them. And then the best thing about it is that you have the next Mendoza right behind him learning from him. So when Mendoza decides to take off, you have the next one coming in.
Yeah.
And, I definitely, a great story that I'm going to keep following. I mean, I'm definitely rooting for them, the rest of the season. Outside my Canes, that's probably the other team just because, man, a Columbus guy, Fernando
Milan.
Mendoza making it happen.
Milan.
And, just looking around college football, man, I think there's been a lot of, surprises. I mean, Texas beating Oklahoma.
I saw that one coming just because, one, desperate spot for Texas. Two, this guy Mateer's hand. I was like, dude, this guy just had hand surgery. Like, how good could he possibly be? And it kind of showed it. But yeah, no, the rankings are just going to keep fluctuating around. A lot of big games coming up. I mean, Indiana doesn't have to play Ohio State this year unless they meet in the Big Ten championship. Let's see who else. There's a couple of big games this weekend. Oh, Georgia, Ole Miss. Ole Miss almost losing to Wazoo as 33-point favorites. Georgia beats
Auburn. They came back.
Yeah. Oh, and then we got Notre Dame, USC. USC beating Michigan. The Holy War. So a lot of really good games.
And UM versus Louisville.
Oh, stop it. Actually, Louisville's what, 4-1?
Louisville's not a bad team, man. Yeah. Louisville's definitely not a bad team. They have
coping.
What do you mean? Coping. No, look, honestly, some good games. You have LSU Vandy. You have Ole Miss Georgia. You have Texas A&M Arkansas. That could be an interesting game. You have Texas Tech versus Arizona State.
Yeah,
could be interesting too. Listen, some good games. Tennessee Bama. That can get interesting.
Oh, for sure.
Listen, I got to give some credit to Bama for turning around their season after dropping that big game early, and they're back to number 6 spot.
Looks good, bro.
Ty Simpson was good.
I was dogging him week 1. I was like, this guy sucks.
Oh, and then Utah BYU.
Utah BYU.
The Mormon War.
Great game. The Mormon.
I don't think I should say that.
Too late.
The Mormon
we got
War.
The Holy War, and then what is it? The Holy War and the Mormon War.
The Mormon War.
Oh boy.
No, but look, some good football, man. Look, honestly, I gotta give some flowers to Bama. Obviously everyone rags on Bama, saying that the rankings always favors Bama, but dude, they're winning, bro. They're winning against. Sure. They put together some good wins. You beat Mizzou on the road. Yeah. You beat Georgia.
Yeah.
They crawled their way back into not only the top 10, but they're knocking at the top 5 right now.
For sure.
After dropping a game early to FSU, who we've seen how their seasons turned around. Yeah. So I mean, credit to them, and having a short-term memory. We talk about short-term memory and turning around that season after everyone was calling for what's his name, Kalen DeBoer.
DeBoer to be fired after
DeBoer's head.
DeBoer.
And, Ty Simpson getting comfortable in that situation. Obviously, it was his first start when he played FSU. It was, on the road, Doak Campbell. It was the recipe to fail. And, they're knocking their way back. Another team that's crawling their way back in after taking 2 losses to start the year is Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they're 2 losses against Miami, Texas A&M, both top 5 teams. But they're coming back in. They're knocking at the door.
Big weekend for them, too.
And, honestly, the big question right now, and this also, we kind of keep it in state, is, what's the timeline on Billy Napier, dude? How
he'll
long?
Be fired at the end of the year.
How long did the Texas win kind of expand his lifeline?
Probably to the end of the season. They'll get rid of him at the end of the season. I think he's got a buyout too. I think he lasts to the end of the season, and then I can see a James Franklin ending up at Florida.
I know. I think their number 1 is Lane Kiffin. But
Kiffin would be an absolute.
Look, honestly,
I don't know, man. I don't see Lane.
Why would he leave Ole Miss, dude? He has the keys to Oxford.
Honestly, I can see. Imagine Lane Kiffin in Penn State, Big Ten Lane Kiffin.
Dude, why would you leave? You have a top 5 team. You've had back-to-back years where you have a top 5.
Yes.
Why leave a situation where you've built that program and now you're consistently winning?
Yeah.
Obviously,
I'm with
you're in an SEC. It's tough to win that conference, but you're always in it. You're always in the conversation. Yeah. You have a good team. You have a good team. You have your program. You have your culture set, and you're winning. So it's like, obviously you're like, why wouldn't he want to come to Florida, blue blood? And I'm like, in Florida he has to start over. At Ole Miss he already has.
Yeah, exactly.
The castle's already built.
The thing is nowadays, bro, almost every year teams have to just start over.
Yeah.
The transfer portal and the
Listen,
NIL
UM
stuff.
had to start over. UM really had to start over, and we had to go to the gutter.
So that's what I'm saying. So like, if he first off, it depends on 2 things. 1, money, right? If Florida is going to throw him triple what Ole Miss is going to throw at him, then he's going to take the Florida job probably. But 2, it's like, if you can now take a job and then take your best guys with you if you wanted to. So it's like, like, yeah, like I wanted to, coach at Florida. So I'm going to go coach at Florida. I'm going to bring all my best players at Ole Miss and go there. So it's kind of different now, but I agree with you. If I were Lane, he's a king in Ole Miss now, but it's whether or not he likes living in Mississippi, you know what I mean?
And no, honestly, the guy that might be on the move, and it makes sense because he's already been in that program, is Manny Diaz to Penn State.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't see it happening.
He was already there. He was in that system.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. The one that's picking up a lot of steam is Matt Rhule, which I did not know.
Matt Rhule.
Oh, I didn't know
and
this.
Al Golden.
Yes, but check this one out. Matt Rhule is from State College. He went to Penn State. Like that, those two ties alone. He's a Stater. Like he literally grew up there, and he's a good coach. Like so, like it would make sense that they'd go after that. And he's still a big enough name too. Like that he what he's done in Nebraska.
I wouldn't be surprised either if they give.
They're 5-1, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they give Goldish a call too from USF. USF is playing amazing.
Yeah.
Obviously, they get stained by that loss to UM, but I mean we're just that much better. But I mean they're right now lining up to be they just boat race North Texas after the year they've been having.
Yeah.
I mean right now they're lining up to be the G5 representative.
Yeah. No, dude,
in the playoffs.
They beat up North Texas.
And North Texas was a team that everyone's like, oh, North Texas.
I love North Texas. I love North Texas.
And USF put a lick on them. They went BTA on them.
Yeah.
So I mean it's gonna be interesting. I think we'll see the coach carousel this year is going to be interesting. I think a lot of coaches are going to be on the move. I think a lot of programs are looking for restarts.
Sure.
Texas maybe being one of them, maybe. I mean, they just beat Oklahoma.
Let's see how they finish the season.
But I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, obviously, I definitely don't see Arch leaving this year. I definitely think you see Arch back on the Longhorns next year.
100%.
I mean, it wouldn't be a smart move for him to leave after the year. Obviously, you have a good win, but
honestly, he might have to transfer out. To be honest.
We'll see. But I mean, obviously, like I think college football this year has been a lot of parity, obviously. And like, it's college football. Anything can happen. I mean, there's still a good amount of season left. I think we're right now getting to the midway point of the season, if not the latter half.
Close. We're
like, some teams can turn it around. Some teams can continue on their path. Obviously, for UM, there's no reason we shouldn't go undefeated the rest of the year. Just to touch on UM a little bit, obviously, we had the bye week. Nothing much to talk about, but I don't see why we can't
make it quick. I got to talk about FIU again.
I don't see why we can't take care of business. I truly do think that we are the best team in the country.
You think you're better than like Ohio State, like definitively, so. Like Ohio's better than Ohio State?
I think so. I think on both sides of the ball we're better. I think Ohio State they've had favorable games in the sense of they haven't had to beat one of those top dogs. Just resume alone, I think we have the best resume.
I think it's between you or Indiana.
Us and Indiana, I think we can put Bama in the conversation too for resumes.
That's a good point. I think Bama might have the best one because theirs is I saw a thing that was like ranked wins.
Yeah.
Not by when they were ranked, but if they're still ranked now.
Yeah.
And I think Miami is just one now.
Well,
because it's just Notre Dame.
No, Georgia Tech. No, what am I saying? Georgia Tech. USF still ranked.
Oh, are they? Okay, so then USF.
Notre Dame
and USF.
USF. FSU was ranked.
FSU was ranked, and so was no, Florida was not ranked when you guys played them.
Florida.
Still a good win though.
Florida was not ranked. They were just knocked out.
And then Indiana had obviously Oregon, and then they had Illinois, but I don't think Illinois is ranked anymore. So I think they only
Illinois was a top 10 team when they beat them.
They were number 9. Yeah. But Bama's got like 3 currently ranked.
Mizzou.
Yeah.
They beat Georgia. They beat. I think that's it. I think those 2.
I thought they had another one.
Vandy.
There you go.
They beat Vandy. So I mean, right now, I think obviously tides are changing, but I do think UM has a good resume, and I don't think Ohio State's been super tested as of now. Do I still think they're a good team? 100%. They're still a good team. But I think right now, if you were to tell me who's the best team right now, I think it is Miami. But a lot of season left. I just want us to take care of business, go to the ACC championship, win it, and then get into the race. Go into the playoffs and make it happen. That's all I want from us right now. So I want you to talk about FIU.
That's what I thought.
I'm going to let you talk about FIU. Now, obviously, a couple tough games, a little bit of a tough game stretch for you guys. You kind of got a couple losses under the belt, but it's the first year of Willie. It's kind of a rebuild. Yeah. Not really a rebuild, but a retooling.
It is. It's a retooling, and it's listen, it's this, right? The first 3 weeks of the season, I literally was like, oh my God, like this team might be the greatest team I've ever seen. Like our one loss to at the time was number 2 in the nation, Penn State, which we put up a hard fight with them. We bring the Rhule Bowl trophy back home. And then a little bit of reality hit, right? We lost to Delaware and UConn. UConn being just a beatdown. But there's two things, right? I think the Conference USA in general isn't very strong this year. It's very top heavy. We're playing the top dog this week, though, so it'll kind of give me an even better gauge because we were pretty close with Delaware, and Delaware is probably number 2 in the conference right now. And so,
you got destroyed by UConn, right?
We did, yeah. But then Delaware, we were in a close-ish game because Delaware kind of ran away with it at the end. I guess not really the end, but yeah, Delaware actually. Ugh, now I'm thinking about it. I hate that. That game was worse than I thought. But it's still the rest of the conference doesn't really scare me. Mm-hmm. If we can nab off one like a Western Kentucky, if we can go into West Kentucky today, or when you're hearing this today, it could be full momentum change back on because the rest of the conference really does not scare me. That's one. 2, for me, the mission for Willie's first year was get to 6. We're 4 away.
Go bowling.
We just got to go bowling. If we can go back to bowling in his first year, then I think one that does huge for us. 2, it's going to help with recruiting, and it shows the trajectory that where he's going. Winning Willie, right? If he can get us to a bowl game, year 1 is a massive win, and that's all we can ask for.
Yeah.
Obviously, after the first 3 weeks, I'm thinking, the conference is ours. You take a little step back.
Yeah. If
you beat Western Kentucky, conference is back on, by the way. But you got to set your expectation and it's the first year. The team is has had those flashes. I mean, the Rhule Bowl alone was incredible. And so, if Willie can right the ship, right, kind of get us back on path after the last couple weeks, I think we can get to 6, and I think we can, make some noise.
I think you made a great point. I mean, obviously, you're coming off a year where you weren't that good. I mean, the next year, it's a crazy. Obviously, you want to go win the conference and be the G5 representative. Yeah, but in reality, you have to have building blocks.
Of course.
And I think you can say that about a lot of teams. And a lot of teams, you get that one big win, but the year
USF
before
was terrible last year.
And you got to build. You got to build it up. I mean, I think. UM's a perfect example of it. Obviously, you have to build it up. Our first year was 5 wins, then we got 7 wins, then we got 10 wins, and now you got to build up the system.
It's harder for G5 now because
honestly,
of the
I bring this up because, and I was talking about this with Dre earlier today, was, FSU, I said, the worst thing you guys could have done.
Oh my God, we didn't even mention them. Oh my God, what a bad loss.
The worst thing you could have done, I think, in my opinion, the worst thing that happened to them was beating Alabama because the expectations went 100%. To the sky.
Oh, for sure.
After having a 2-10 season. You can't, in reality, man, college football, you can't go 2-10 and then go to the Natty the year after. You could, but it's going to be, the percentage is super low. You just have to, have improvement every single year. Yeah. You obviously, FIU, not good. The next year, if you go bowling, that's already a huge stride.
Huge,
100%. A huge stride for you guys.
Yeah.
So it's a huge step forward in the right direction of the program, and then you just build off of that. And then all you can ask for is consistent improvement until you get to a point where you guys are a consistent 9-10 win team.
Yeah. Get back to that.
You're fighting for the conference, and I think that can go across all facets of college football. And that goes for everything. So I mean, I really hope you guys, find a win this year. I really hope you guys go bowling.
We're winning tonight, Poochie.
I hope you guys win tonight.
Say it tonight. Say we're winning tonight.
You guys are going to beat the shit out of Western Kentucky. UM is going to beat the shit out of Louisville.
Okay. Why'd you have to do that?
Let me have my moment. But overall, man, I love football.
Of course, football.
Obviously,
I hate football. But I love how much I hate football.
And look, before we wrap this up,
that means that I love it so much. That's how much I
want to do a PSA before we wrap this up.
Right.
We're going a little
end
long.
It with a PSA. Pooch.
I want to end with a PSA, man. Okay? At the end of the day, man, just be a fan. Don't let it get too personal. Don't let it affect your mood.
No,
dude.
I disagree with him wholeheartedly on this PSA. Let it consume you.
Don't let it consume you, dude. At the end of the day, man, you guys are fans. Enjoy the team. Enjoy the bumps and the bruises because it's eventually gonna get better. Obviously, that's a lot for me being a Fins fan, but I do think there's a light.
When has it gotten better? I've been a fan my entire
life. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, man, and just enjoy the ride. If you're an FIU fan, enjoy the ride. If you're a UM fan, enjoy what's been built and what's happening right now. And for all the teams, man, just go out there and support your team.
Well, yes, always support your team.
Whether you're good or bad, support your team.
Yes,
and I agree. Just love the game of football.
But
dude.
let it consume you. Let the hate consume you.
Don't let it consume you.
All right. Well, thank you guys if you made it this far. Appreciate it as always. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm looking at one of these cameras. Thank you. We'll see you guys soon again. Signing off from me and Pooch. Peace.
Later.